Hello, man. It is hot up in this bitch. They gotta cool off. Oh my god. Oh, it's so hot. Hey guys. Welcome to my channel. This is Hussein, your Arabic Big Mary, and today we are doing part 2 of the moon signs. Now, if you didn't check out the first part where we did Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer moon, then go check it out. It's gonna be up here. I'm gonna put it. In this video, we're talking about Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio moon. Real spicy signs, real spicy. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you would like this content and want more of this quality content. Without a further ado, ear rape warning in 1, 2, 3. So first up, we got Leo, and personally I like to call Leo the Leo moon, the queen bee slash the king. And before we get into it, let's, mention some Leo moon celebs, shall we? We got Jessie J, Shia LaBeouf, Tom Cruise. Shia LaBeouf and Tom Cruise are such Leo moons. Chris Martin, Florida, Vanessa Hudgens, Oscar Isaac, Macy Williams, Halle Berry, the late David Bowie, Omarosa, Josh Dunn, Bruno Mars. Then I got this, I don't know who this person is, but he was stated by famous birthdays as one of the most famous K-pop singers. His name is Jungkook. Sorry for butchering the name. I don't know who this woman is, but she looks beautiful, so I'm including her. Her name is Heidi Lamar. Leo moons. What? Oh, let me take this off because I can't. I look like a sociopath, and it was like, it was cutting off circulation to my head. What are some qualities of Leo moons? Leo moons are assertive, generous, very expressive people, and all in all, the most authentic and true to their emotions. But on the flip side, they are very lazy, overly prideful. Like, they really do not back down. They really just, they would never apologize or admit wrong, even though they know. But no, and if they're gonna do drama, they're gonna be dramatic about apologizing. Like, I'm sorry, I fucked your mom. They're gonna be like that. And also, they focus a lot on their wants over their needs. So a lot of times you'll see them focusing on extravagant living, and they really do not give their time to things that work. They always want to have fun. They want the money without the work. But that does not happen. Like, you can't have the mansion before you were scrubbing the floor. If you do, then you privileged as fuck. Their hearts. How would I describe Leo moon's hearts? To me, Leo moons always express themselves. They wear their hearts not just on them sleeves, but on their sleeves, but also all over. They always wear how they feel. They are expressive in that sense. They dress the way how they feel, they act the way how they feel, the colors of makeup, the songs they listen to, the people they hang out with, all based on how they feel. Their hearts, to me, I describe them as a sing box. It always sings in the tunes of the emotion they feel. Sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's upbeat, sometimes it's very haunting, sometimes it's a beautiful soft melody or a lullaby. To me, they are their heart is like a jukebox or a song box, if you get my meaning. In general, Leo moons are very upbeat and fun-loving people. They always are into some shit. They're always having fun. There's always something popping off to them in their life, and they are also they have really strong emotional outbursts. so their emotions really have an intense range. But it is a huge variety of emotions. They are very, like I said for the millionth time, they are very expressive people in different ways. Leo moon can't get out of an emotional state. They have to feel it fully. They have to go with it. They have to roll with the punches. They have to indulge in the pain in order to come out of it. Otherwise, they will be stuck in that emotional state. So how to get to know a Leo moon? Leo moons appreciate someone that is real and authentic and expressive just like them. They love someone that is not bothered by what anyone else would say. They love someone that would just, I don't know, dance in the rain with them in public or walk on a fence. They love someone like that. They love someone that allows themselves to be themselves. They show their weaknesses, they show their faults. Because it's unlike how Leo moon is. Leo moon always hides their true fault, their true self completely. Like, they do not show themselves 100%. They only show the perfect, all done, all well side of themselves, while the rest of their flaws and weaknesses and quirks and crazy shit all stays in the goddamn closet. The more and more you are out there with Leo, the more and more they're going to let their hair down, kick off their heels, twirl under the fucking rain with you. Gonna be like fucking La La Land up in that bitch. And lastly, about Leo moons, what are they afraid of? Leo moons are afraid of emptiness. The reason why Leo moon does a lot of things and express the way they do and all that, because they are creative. They create a lot to fill up their life with so many beautiful things. They're afraid of being empty. They are afraid everyone they love is going to leave. Fear loss in general. They fear the emptiness and the grief of loss. And that's all we got with Leo moon. Now we got Virgo moon. I call Virgo moon the analysis that the brain is always working. And before we talk about them, let's mention some Virgo moons, shall we? Yes, we shall. So we got Kat Dennings, my favorite actress of all times. Two Broke Girls is my shit. The House Bunny is my shit. Then we have Mary-Kate Olsen and Ashley Olsen. Dolly Parton. Virgo moon's hearts are like, imagine a huge canyon, a river cutting through it, and on one side there's a civilization that represents the Virgo moon's mind, and on the other side is a jungle representing the Virgo moon's emotions. Virgo moons burn bridges with their emotions in order to hide their fears and vulnerabilities. They are afraid that people will see them. So it's like their emotions are like a foreign language to them. They cannot decipher them. They cannot understand them very well because it's like this otherworldly thing they have no connection to. It's very uncharted. A lot of uncovered things, a lot of buried things, in the back of their mind. They keep forgetting situations. With Virgo moon's emotions in generally, they are actually emotional people. They just do not know how to decipher them, again, with the fact that it's like a foreign language to them. They always mask it with logic. They always mask it with rationalizing it. But in reality, if you look at the source, it's always an emotional reason. Whether it's feeling insecure, feeling love for someone, hate, fear, passion, and drive, all of these are emotions because there is no other way for them to understand it but them to, in a way, like paraphrase it for as much as they can to match how they understand things. Now, how to get to know a Virgo moon? Well, Virgo moons are the hardest moon sign to get to know. Virgo moons usually learn with time how to imitate physical reactions to emotions, but they never truly on the inside feel those emotions. So you'll always see within their eyes there is nothing, but they will act remorseful, act sad, act shocked. And I know a lot of people are like, what does it mean for someone not to be emotional? I'm not an emotional person, and I can tell you right now what it's not like to not be emotional, or to be emotional but it's hard for you to accept it, and especially if you have always kept pushing it away and burying it down. What happens is that you feel angry. You start to feel angry because you do not know what the fuck is going on. It creates existential crisis. It creates toxicity in relationships. It creates bad communication. It reflects on your life. So you see with a lot of Virgo moons, either it's always perfection or they hide away because they can never come in terms publicly about the fact that they have flaws. So in order to get to know Virgo moon, you have to live with them, basically. Virgo moons have to experience things with you. They have to be with you. You have to be involved in a Virgo moon's life in order for them to open up more to you. Because if it was just work, it would be just work. If it was just school, it would be just school. If it was, I don't know, you were just an acquaintance in like their favorite shop, you will be that thing, friend. You won't be their own life friends. If you shared with Virgo moon your life story, your struggles, if they relate to you on the inside, it will spark things within them. Now, I personally do not know how, because I don't know everything. Each person reacts differently, but in basicness, Virgo moons are more likely to respond to that unconsciously rather than consciously. So you will see them let their hair down, be emotional, let go at moments where they are truly in it. Like, this is not working. It's this that's working. So for me, I describe Libra moons as the peacemaker, or the peaceful one, the mediator, Snow White, princessy, all that bullshit. Before we get into it, let's bring up some Libra moons, shall we? So we got Rachel McAdams, Jesse Eisenberg, Matt Boomer, Shane Dawson, Charlotte XCX. Is she still thinking about boys? My bitch, Ariana Grande.
I'm a boss ass bitch, 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 bitch. I'm a boss ass bitch, 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 bitch.
I don't care what the fuck you say. You can call me basic, you can call me what the fuck you want. That is the voice of this motherfucking generation. And that's on period, periodism, periodically, periodic table. Justin Bieber. Y'all know how I feel about Justin Bieber. I thought he was odd in the past, but now he looks like he works at a gas station. So Harry Styles, Lord Harry Edward Styles. It was my favorite on One Direction, honestly, before people started to manipulate me into thinking Zayn was the hottest. Leonardo DiCaprio, Meghan Markle, Adore Delano, Roger Hall, Emma Stone, Dr. Dre, Kristen Bell, and Alicia Keys. So what are the traits of Libra moons? Libra moons are calm, lighthearted, righteous, empathetic, unconfrontational, and generally sweet. However, they usually play it safe and stick to being the middleman rather than taking charge at one point or the other. They usually prefer to stay out of bullshit. I relate their hearts to a ant colony or a beehive is because people come and go, but the queen is the same. You know, there's only one queen. Even when that queen leaves, there's only one queen. When it comes to the one queen situation, they do not put themselves at the queen position usually. It is usually a single person. Libra moons are the type of people to revolve around a single person, even though that single person changes. So even with everyone always change, that one single special person at the end of the day also changes. You will notice in every Libra moon's life, there was that single person that was very special, but then afterwards, another very special person that their life revolves around come. So Libra moon in general, Libra moon's emotions in general, they are emotional people. However, they hide their emotions a lot out of fear of confrontation and getting someone's feelings hurt. And because of that, Libra moons are harmonious people and hate confrontation. They are given side eyes and looked at sideways and people don't trust them a lot because it's like they don't voice their true feelings 100% out of fear of what other people would say. And it's like, for someone, I'm expressing myself fully to you and you're out there and you're not saying your whole true story. You're not saying it to me. Like, you're not. How to get to know Libra. To get to know Libra, you have to be understanding to their peaceful and harmonious nature and how they are like love or hate. Like, they do not like confrontation at all. They prefer to resolve things peacefully. So if you understand that and you allow them to be themselves around you and you encourage them, you don't push them to, you encourage them to express their true feelings, then they will open up to you slowly. It will be a process to them as well because it takes a lot for them to be fully themselves because they usually do not say the things they feel to themselves, let alone to others. So it's gonna be a process. And that's all we got with Libra moon. Now we got Scorpio moon. So Scorpio moons, to me, I call them the investigator / the FBI of the zodiac. They're always the FBI of the zodiac. And before we get into it, let's mention some celebrities. First, we got Kit Harington, Orlando Bloom, Lucy Hale, which to me looks so much like Selena Gomez, Margaret Robbie, Debica Pettikun, Lisa Monobon, Blackpink in your area, Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, Katy Perry, and Miley Cyrus. There are a lot of great people up in this lineup. There truly is. There's a lot of great people up in this motherfucking lineup. So let's start with saying wait a minute, let me check. What are the traits of Scorpio moons? So Scorpio moons are analytical, honest, very calculating and planning, and things that are very much like micromanager of their own emotions. They are also, however, very reserved, sometimes downright overly sensitive. How do I describe Scorpio moon's heart? Scorpio moons infuse their hearts and their mind. They use their heart like it's their mind, and their heart is like this database with a large web of emotions and feelings and thoughts and plans and ideas all connecting to one another. And that can be so overwhelming because, you know, the more they know, the more they experience, the bigger the database, the larger the web, the harder to decipher because everything relates to the other. And in order for them to decipher everything, it's gonna go like ding, 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 and it's gonna take a long time for them to get to the bottom of it. So in emotions, generally, Scorpio moons are emotional and very sensitive people, and although they understand emotions very easily, they fear a lot also the hurt and pain of talking about your fears and emotions and vulnerability. They are really suspicious of the people around them, and they are afraid others will judge them, which causes them to outcast themselves from groups. You know, unlike popular belief and what many people might think about Scorpio moons, it's actually easy to get to know Scorpio moon. It's a problem to keep that relationship going. Scorpio moon starts to get down low, aggressive, passive aggressive, and toxic towards the other person in order to not be weak or vulnerable and let themselves go. They are afraid of letting people in on their secrets and problems. How to get to know them and how to break through that last boss level wall. How to do that? Well, number one, you have to be unfazed by Scorpio's tactic. Well, Scorpio moon's tactics. Scorpio moon will do a lot to test the limits, and you have to exceed the limits and most definitely become unpredictable to them. Because once you become predictable to a Scorpio moon, their planning and calculations and all that will get you. They will get you. But if you're unpredictable, you're like a virus that's jumping from one computer to the other. They will have to follow you around instead of come and get you straight up where you at. If you show them that you're unfazed, if you show them that you don't care about what the fuck they're doing and all that shit, and if they're angry at you and screaming, you're like, you know what, you're just mad, I'm not gonna take anything personally, that will throw them off their game. That will throw them off, and all of a sudden their calculating mind, their critical way of thinking, and their analysis are just gonna flip from you on them. And it's gonna be like, what did I do wrong? Where is the fault? And they're gonna realize a lot of shit about you. So they're gonna have like 10 times more respect for you after that. So now, finally, what do Scorpio moons fear? Go. Scorpio moons are actually very soft souls, and that's a lot apparent in those hard-shelled people. Like, they really have such mushy souls. They get hard in order to protect themselves from within. They fear to live continuously in misjudgment, to never find true love and where they belong in the world. Scorpio moons feel differently than all the other zodiac signs. It is the most intense when it comes to emotions because they are the only sign where emotions and logic gets in one. You know, with us, it's either we choose our heart or we choose our mind, and we balance off of it. But when your heart and your mind is a one entity, it gets really difficult to break it apart. So they fear never finding their place in this world and to continue living as an outcast rather than letting loose, but down the motherfucking walls. You know, that's why Beyonce sang Hello. Remember those walls are built where they're coming down and they didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound. Bitch, she was talking about the motherfucking walls that Scorpio moon built on her. Plus, she's a Virgo sun. Those walls got fucking cannons and bullshit. This is it for the video. Like and subscribe to you know, for my channel, please. You know, I'm thankful that the channel is growing, and shout out to my bitch Hannah, aka Han the Loser, for editing my last video. People really like the editing, so I appreciate her so much. Go follow her on Instagram, Twitter, and her YouTube channel. All of them are Han the Loser, so follow Han the Loser. And also, if you want, you can follow me on my Instagram. Here it is. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another one, motherfucker. I'm so hot up in this bitch. Oh my fucking god. Bitch, it's over.